Nama Sri Chaitanya Manobishtam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupakata Mahyam Tatanti Swapatantikam Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prishtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swamini Vidamani Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Prasharini Vishesha Shunyavadi Pashatya Deshitari Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Vasari Bhaktivinoda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Krishna. So we have finished NOI till verse 6. So first 4 verses have to be memorized, right? That is Unsaha Nishya Dhairya, then Atyahara Prayasasya, then Vacho Vekam Manasa Krodho Vekam, then Dadadi Pratigrihadi Mukhyamakhyati Prachidi, Bhukte Bojete Cheva Shadvita Priti Lakshana. So these 4 verses has to be memorized, the first 4 verses, along with this translation, little bit about the meaning of it. Okay. Rest, you can all just go through the purports and understand. Okay. Yeah, anybody likes to chant the verse? Yes, Neeraja Mataji.
Hare Krishna Mataji. Text 7. Syat Krishna Nama Charitadi Sitapya Vidya Pittopatapta Rasanasya Narochikano Kintadarad Anudinam Kalu Saiva Jushta Swad Vikramad Bhavati Tadgada Mulantri.
Yes, translation. The holy name, character, pastimes, and activities of Krishna are all transcendently sweet, like sugar candy. Although the tongue of one afflicted by the jaundice of avidya, ignorance, cannot taste anything sweet, it is wonderful that simply by carefully chanting these sweet names every day, a natural relish awakens within his tongue, and his disease is gradually destroyed at the root. So we all have the Bhavaroga, Enechi Aushati Maya, Nashi Parolagi, Harinama Mahamantra Lao Tumi Magi. Jeev Jago, Gaura Chatapole, Kota Nitra Jao Maya, Pishachira. Bhaktivinoda Thakur says that we all have this bhavarog, okay, that is considered to be jaundice. Why? Jaundice is like avidya. When you have jaundice, whatever you taste, it's like bitter. So sugar candy is the medicine for jaundice, and as you take it, then slowly you'll get the sweetness. So similarly, this Hari Katha, Krishna's name, character, pastimes, activities, everything is like that, sugar candy. It says that you can read Bhagavatam or Bhagavad Gita from anywhere. It's like a sugar candy. Because anywhere you read its sweetness. But a systematic reader should read from Canto 1. That's what it is said. So we all have this jaundice of avidya or ignorance. So we cannot taste anything sweet. With Krishna's pastimes, everything is very sweet. But because we have jaundice of material disease. What is that jaundice of material disease? What does material disease means?
Desire.
Bhavaroga.
Yeah, what is it? Bhavaroga.
Material comforts, money, desires.
Mataji,
material sense gratification.
For luxuries, for
Sense
money.
gratification is fine. What else? Sudha Mataji.
Kama Krodha Loga.
Kama Krodha. What else?
Moha, Maya, and Matsarya.
Ignorance, avidya.
Avidya, okay. So main material disease means what? Aham mamedi. My, me, I, thinking that we are this body. Yes, sense gratification all come next after that. But the first thing is thinking that I, okay, my body, my property, or my relatives, my. Not thinking that's Krishna's. I'm thinking, identifying ourselves as body, right? What is it that? Punapetra dhatuke, right? Thinking that my body that is made up of kapha, vayu, pitta is all, that's me. Thinking not that the soul aspect, not thinking the soul. This is Bhavaroga. Forgetting Krishna is the material disease. Material disease means what? Yes, sense gratification is there. But first thing is forgetting Krishna. Once we forget Krishna, definitely we have this material disease. And the way we are cured means we are in Krishna consciousness. So Krishna consciousness is a healthy status of the soul. But forgetting Krishna buliya jeev bhogavanja kare, pashatiya mayatare japatiyatare. Krishna buliya, forgetting Krishna or our relationship with Krishna, or forgetting not in Krishna consciousness, or being in Maya, and that is sense gratification, that is material disease. The main causes, yes, desires, and then thinking that me, my, aham, mameti, right? So we forgetting the sambandha, videya, and prayojana. So it is said that we have this Bhava disease, that is jaundice. And the treatment for jaundice is sugar candy. The more you take sugar candy, then the sweetness comes. Similarly, the treatment for Pavaroga is Krishna Katha, Hari Katha. And more we hear it, the more we chant, what happens? You get a higher taste. Param Trishta Nivartande, higher taste awakens. There is rasa, the bhav, and then the disease is gradually destroyed at the root itself. That means avidya will go away. So Prabhupada says the tongue of one is afflicted by jaundice. Attacked by jaundice, a tongue of a deceased person cannot palatably relish sugar candy. Rather, a person with jaundice considers something sweet to taste very bitter. Similarly, avidya or ignorance similarly perverts the ability to relish the transcendental palatable name, quality, form, pastimes of Krishna. Despite this disease, if one with great care and attention take to Krishna consciousness, chanting the holy name, hearing Krishna's transcendental pastimes, his ignorance will be destroyed, and his tongue is enabled to taste the sweetness of the transcendental nature of Krishna and his paraphernalia. Such a recovery of spiritual health is possible only by the regular cultivation of Krishna consciousness. So, what we should do, we have ignorance, avidya, and that can be destroyed only by Krishna consciousness. So, that means with great care, this is possible by a devotee's mercy, Vaishnava's mercy, like Srila Prabhupada, Guru Maharaj's mercy, that we are able to chant the holy name, hear Krishna Katha. Then what happens? We get this taste of Krishna consciousness. Okay. The conclusion is that in order to get freed from material disease, one must take to chanting of the Hare Krishna mantra. The Krishna conscious movement is especially meant for creating an atmosphere in which people can take the chanting of Hare Krishna mantra. For jaundice, sugar candy is the only specific medicine. Okay, discuss this relevance for us individually and in ISKCON in general. So this is a personal application as well as preaching application. So individually, how is this helping you? Like taking to chanting of the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra and getting cured from the material disease. So what is your personal experience, or how do you feel after coming to Krishna consciousness? What happened to your material disease or your jaundice of ignorance? Okay, so individually, how is it relevant? And ISKCON in general. So it's a breakout room question, Mataji. You have to go to a breakout room, discuss, and then come back. Okay. You can refer to page 76 of NOI. Okay, so all are back. Yeah, you can post the attendance link. I'll open the chat for everyone. We'll take the breakout room question after some time. Okay, so the 3 stages of chanting the holy name, the 3 stages. Okay, so the 3 stages of chanting the holy name is described as offensive stage, stage of loosening offenses, and pure stage. So what are they called as? Does anyone know? These stages are called as how? Offenseful chanting is called
Namaprat.
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 So first is Nama. So first is Nama Aparad, that is chanting with offenses. Then you have Nama Abhas, that is loosening the offenses, and Shuddha Nama, pure stage. So when a neophyte takes to chanting of the Hare Krishna mantra, he generally commits many offenses, right? So there are like 10 basic offenses to the holy name. So that we know. And he generally commits many offenses. That's natural. There are 10 basis offenses. And if the devotee avoids these, he can glimpse the next stage, which is situated between offensive and pure chanting. It's called Nama Abhas. When one achieves the pure stage, he is immediately liberated. This is called Dhava Mahadhavagni Nirvapana. Bhava Mahadhavagni. So Samsara Dhava, Nananita Loka, Tranaya Karunya, Gana Ganatva. Right? So this samsara, material world, is like forest fire, and only the cloud or the rain can destroy it. Okay, so it is said, Cheto Darpana Marjana Bhava Mahadava Nirvana. So by chanting the holy name, the cleansing of the heart happens, and all this material forest fire get destroyed. So as soon as one is liberated from the blazing fire of material existence, he can relish the taste of transcendental life. So there's the different stages of chanting. Okay, you can all fill the attendance link. Monday attendance is posted by Shraddha Mataji, posted just now before the Thursday batch. Okay, so these are these 3 stages of chanting. That is Nama Apara, Nama Abhas, Shuddha. 3 types of chanting is loud chanting, soft chanting, and mental chanting. So we should do loud chanting. Okay, so we finished. The 7 to 11 is about the highest stage and conclusion. So we'll come to that. So text overview 1 to 7 is that letter of instruction from Shraddha to Prema. The verses are described. The first 3 verses is about Shraddha, that is having faith, that Vachovekam and Sovekam, then Utsaha, Nishya, Dairya, Atyahara. This is how we can develop Shraddha to the Lord. And 4 to 6 is about Sadhu Sangha. We saw the Dadi, Pratigrahana, the 6 aspects of association and all that. So 4 to 6 verses. 7th verse is about the Bhajana Kriya and Anartha Nivritti, that is Nishta, Tadaruchi. And 8th will be of Asakti. 9 to 11 is about Bhava and Prema. Okay. Yes. Yeah. Yes, Manasivaji, you want to chant?
Yes, Mataji. तन्नामरूपचरितादिसुकीर्तनानुस्मृत्योः क्रमेण रसना मनसि नियोज्य तिष्ठन् व्रजे तदनुरागी जनानुगामी कालन्नयेदखिलम् इतुपदेशसारम्.
Yes, the essence of all advice is that one should utilize one's full time, 24 hours a day, nicely chanting and remembering the Lord's divine name, transcendental form, qualities, the channel pastimes, thereby gradually engaging one's tongue and mind. In this way, one should reside in Raja or Goloka Vrindavana and serve Krishna under the guidance of devotees. One should follow in the footsteps of Lord's beloved devotees who are deeply attached to his devotional service. So what is this called as? Utilizing one full time in Krishna consciousness.
Avyartakalatvam,
right? So attendance is posted, Mataji, already in the chat. Okay, so this is called Avyartakalatam. So Avyartakalatam means completely utilizing, that is in a stage of bhava, somebody in bhava. Otherwise, we can't do it. We 2 hours for chanting the holy name, 16 rounds, then might be 10-15 minutes reading, and might be 1 hour class, we are done. No? But Some pure devotees are not like that. What do they do? 24 hours. You can see Prabhupada, his disciples. We can see Goswamis, how they were, no? Hardly sleep 1.5 hours. Prabhupada also sleeps only 2 hours. Bhaktivinoda Thakur. We can't copy them, but this is how they are. No? So it says that. But, and also it said we should reside in Praja under the guidance of a devotee. So that we should not forget. Everybody is like, okay, we'll go to Vrindavan, we'll go to Mayapur and settle down. But are we going to stay under a care of a devotee? That is important because the devotee will guide us. And if we ask our senior devotees that can we go, we are not ready. They'll say, no, Sthane Siddha Shuddhigadha Tanuman Manu. Wherever you are, you be there. Because when we go to Dham, offenses will happen more. So only under the guidance of a great devotee, we can go to the Dham and follow the footsteps of Krishna's devotees and get attached to devotional service. Otherwise, wherever we are, we be here and then do devotional service. So, Seva Sataka Rupe. Seva Sataka Rupena Siddha Rupena Chatrahi Tad Bhava Lipshuna Karya Vraja Loganusarata. Bhakti Samsindhu says, in the transcendental realm of Vraja, Vrajata, one should serve the Supreme Lord Sri Krishna with a feeling similar to that of his associates, and one should place himself under the direct guidance of a particular associate of Krishna and follow the footsteps. This method is applicable both in the stage of sadhana, that is spiritual practices executed while in the stage of bondage, and in the stage of sadhya, God realization, when one is Siddha Purusha or spiritually perfect soul. Okay, so it is said Seva Sataka Rupena. Okay, so what should we do? We should serve Krishna with the feelings of his associates in the sense of different power. But if we are not able to do that, we should follow the footsteps of great devotees. So the 5 items of progressive Krishna Smarana is, this we saw on the page 76, Prabhupada have mentioned. Shravana Dasa, first is we have to hear. A neophyte stage, one should always engage in hearing Krishna Katha. This is called Shravana Dasa, the stage of hearing. So first, that's why I told you, like at least 3-4 years of Krishna conscious life, we have to hear Srila Prabhupada every day. Make sure you hear and then go to sleep. So you have to hear at least 2 minutes shorts. There's some small, at least that voice you should hear, Prabhupada's voice. Initially, it's difficult to follow him. He has a strong Bengali accent. But as you keep hearing Prabhupada, then you get used to it. So Shravana Dasa, first is that stage. Then Varana Dasa, that is by constantly hearing the transcendental holy name of Krishna and hearing his form, quality, pastime, one can attain to the stage of acceptance called Varana Dasa. Then when one is able to chant in ecstasy, it attains the stage of Smaranavastha, the stage of remembering Krishna. When remembrance is uninterrupted, it becomes concentrated. It's called meditation. When meditation expands, become constant, it's called Anusmriti. So by uninterrupted and unceasing Anusmriti, one enters the stage of Samadhi or spiritual trance. Now we say like all the Guru Maharajs and all the pure devotees, they are put into Samadhi. Why? Their body is also transcendental. Because they are chanting Shuddhana, that there's no difference between their body and the soul. In the sense, it is also spiritualized. Their body is not made up of earth, water, fire, air, ether. Okay, externally it looks so, but it is also transcendental. Pure devotees. That's why that body is not destroyed. It's not burned or buried. It's put into Samadhi because pure devotees, they are completely transcendental. Okay, so that means because why they have reached that stage of Anusmriti, uninterrupted and unceasing thinking about the Lord. After Smarana Dasa or Samadhi has fully developed, the soul comes to understand his original constitutional position. At that time, he can perfectly and clearly understand his eternal relationship with Krishna. This is called Sampati Dasa, the perfection of life. As we know that Gopal Krishna Maharaj, whenever he meets Srila Prabhupada, he always had a book with him. And Prabhupada was so pleased by Maharaj's service that he always is ready to do any service for Srila Prabhupada. Prabhupada sent him he met Prabhupada in Montreal outside India when he went for his studies and work and all that. And Prabhupada was so touched because he was so scholarly. And those days coming from India abroad, and he had a strong English language and everything. So Prabhupada sent him to India. He was Prabhupada's first Indian disciple, and Prabhupada sent him to India to print Bhagavatam, Hindi Bhagavatam, and build temples. So many temples he built in Delhi. And when he got the first copy of Bhagavatam in Hindi, Prabhupada was very happy. Prabhupada is very pleased. And if he never had a book to show to Prabhupada, he never meets Prabhupada that day. He's like that. So Maharaj was like that. He was so famous for his book distribution and how punctual he was, so touched by Srila Prabhupada. And Prabhupada stayed 3 months in Montreal to give his association, and then finally Gopal Krishna Maharaj. And there was a letter which Prabhupada wrote to Gopal Krishna Maharaj at that time. In 60s, going to abroad and studying from India, it's not a simple thing, right? With scholarship and all. So he left everything and joined the temple. So his parents were not happy. Prabhupada said, one sentence he said there, that nobody can check your spiritual advancement with the plea of material relationship. Like being a father, mother, husband, wife, children, they can't touch or check your spiritual advancement on the plea that, oh, I'm your husband, or I'm your wife, or I'm your son, or child, father's mother. No, we are material attached. That is material relationship. Prabhupada's like, they can't do anything. Why they should be upset? Because you are going to a different path. You're going to a spiritual path. They should be, in fact, happy. And then Prabhupada asked, why are you saying everything to them? Okay, you are a son with truth. You're following so much truth. You're not lying to them. But why you have to tell everything, all the activities to them so that they become upset? So similarly, we don't have to tell everything what we do to a non-devotee, whoever that might be our relative. So instead, we should antarnishta bahya vyavhar. Inside, we should have that, but outside, we behave like normal to them. So this is what. That's why he was put samadhi in Vrindavan. So that's because that body itself is transcendental. Okay. And because that soul has come to its original constitutional position, they know that they are servants of Krishna, and they served Prabhupada for like so many years, more than 50 years. Raganuga Bhakti, or spontaneous devotional service in 5 rasas. It says Shantaras Dasya, we know this. So in Shantaras means somebody likes to be a Krishna's cow or stick or flute. Dasya rasa servants like Chitraka, Patraka, Raktaka, Sakya, Baladev, Sridham, Sudama, Valsalya is Nanda Maharaj, Yashoda Maya, Madhurya is Srimati Radharani, with all the Sakis, Lalita, and Vishaka, and serving manjaris, like Rupa Manjari, Rati Manjari, and all that. Okay. So, okay, so that is about text number 8. Text number 8 says how we should utilize our time fully into Krishna consciousness and serve Krishna in the rasas. So 9, 10, 11 is basically about the spiritual places, about Vrindavan, Radha Kund, and all explained. You can read the purport very nicely, Prabhupada have mentioned. So it is said, in Vaikuntha planets, transcendental world, the best is Mathura. Okay, because the Lord's appearance is there. But better than Mathura is Vrindavan. Why? Because Krishna spent most of the time in the forest of Vrindavan. Here he performed many of his Leela in Vrindavan. In Vrindavan, Govardhan is the highest. Why? Because Krishna most of the time is in Govardhan only. And Govardhan was personally lifted by Krishna, right? And various pastimes have happened. Govardhan had the fortune of Krishna's lotus feet footprint everywhere. That's why when you go for Govardhan Parikrama, don't wear footwears, because wherever you go do Parikrama, the soft sand is there. It says the cows have taken off all these big pebbles there, and devotees have walked so much. It is so soft. But sometimes when you do Parikrama towards the middle, you reach near Govardhan, and there might be some Govardhan rocks beneath you. So you should not step on it like that, because it's Krishna's footprints are there. And more than Govardhan is Radha Kund, overflooded by nectarian prema of the Lord of Gokula, because Radharani is not, Radha Kund is not different from Radharani. So out of all the Vaikuntha planets, Mathura is the highest because Krishna appeared. In Mathura, Vrindavan is the highest because Krishna did most of the pastimes there. In Vrindavan, Govardhan, because Krishna personally lifted it, and so many pastimes happened there. And in Govardhan, Radha Kund. Okay, this is the hierarchy of spiritual places. You should know this. This is again a Bhakti Shastri question, the different hierarchy of the Vaikuntha planets. So Mathura, Vrindavan, Govardhan, Radha Kund. Okay, this we'll skip it. So hierarchy of spiritual persons are also there based on the surrender. Like Vikarmi, that is who doesn't follow all the Vedas and all. Karmi, next comes Karmi, because they are following, they are doing at least their duties and following the Vedas. Jnanis, because they have a lot of knowledge and everything. Jnana Vimukta, somebody who's kind of liberated based on the knowledge. Then better than that is a Sadhaka Bhakta, because he's practicing devotional service, chanting the Lord's name. Better than Sadhaka is a Prema Bhakta, who have reached the highest perfection in Bhakti. Better than that are Brajavasis, because they have pure love for the Lord, and best among Brajavasis, the gopis, is Radharani. So this is again hierarchy of the spiritual persons. So understanding Vipralamba Seva, understanding how the principles of Vipralamba Seva reflects in Prabhupada's mood. What is Vipralamba Seva? Who knows? The Vipralamba Bhav. What is that? Supriti Mataji?
Separation and
Separation. Yeah, in separation, right? So that means in Mathura the togetherness and separation is there. That is Vipralamba. What is Vipralamba Kshetra? Which is that place?
Is it Vrindavan?
Jagannath.
Puri. Jagannath Puri. Why? Because in Jagannath Puri is Jagannath, who is Krishna in separation from Radharani, and there was Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, who is Radharani in separation from Krishna. So that's Vipralamba Bhav was highest in Jagannath Puri. That's why Mahaprabhu went to Puri instead of Vrindavan. Right? This is one of the hidden reason. Not only because Sachimata said, because this is a reason. Because togetherness, yes, you're always with the family, but then when you're away from the family, you keep thinking about the family. So that's like that. So Krishna is away from Vrindavan, Krishna is in separation, he becomes Jagannath, and Mahaprabhu is in Radharani's Bhav in separation from Krishna. So the Vipralamba Seva is the highest. And Prabhupada was like that. Prabhupada was not together with his guru, was not with his disciples. Prabhupada's mood was in Vipralamba service, right? Because Prabhupada says, even his disciples, Prabhupada, we are not able to meet you. Prabhupada said, you chant the holy name, we are all connected together. So in Vipralamba Bhav, we will be able to remember Krishna more. That's why if we go to Vrindavana, Mayapur Dham, we are in the Dham, so we won't be so attached to the Dham. But when we are away from the Dham, we always think, when will I go to Vrindavan? When will I go to Mathura? Mayapur, Puri. You know, consciousness is always there. So this Vipralamba Bhav is actually our movements with Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Even the Goswamis were like that. No, they were always searching, where is Krishna? Where is Krishna? So this Vipralamba Bhav is again Prabhupada's mood. Okay. So this is about verse number 10. What about verse number 11? There's one more verse, no? It says Radha Kund is not different from Radharani. Verse 11.
11 is there, Mataji.
Okay, somebody can chant verse number 9. Vaikunta Janito Varamatupuri. Yes, by then I'll search for verse 11. Yes, Manasvi.
Yes, Mataji. वैकुण्ठाजनितो वरामधुपुरी तत्रापि रासोत्सवात् वृन्दारण्यमुदारपाणिरमणा तत्रापि गोवर्धनः राधाकुण्डमिहापि गोकुलपतेः प्रेममृताप्लवानात् कुर्यादस्य विराजतो गिरितटे सेवां विवेकीनकः.
Yeah, the translation, Mataji.
Okay, Mataji. Translation: the holy place known as Mathura is spiritually superior to Vaikuntha, the transcendental world, because the Lord appeared there. Superior to Mathurapuri is the transcendental forest of Vrindavana because of Krishna's Rasa Leela pastimes, and superior to the forest of Vrindavana is Govardhana hill, for it was raised by the divine hand of Sri Krishna and was the site of his various loving pastimes. And above all, the super excellent Sri Radhakunda stands supreme, for it is overflooded with the ambrosial nectarian prem of the Lord of Gokula, Sri Krishna. Where then is the intelligent person who is unwilling to serve this Radhakunda, which is situated at the foot of Govardhana hill? Hare Krishna.
Yeah. Verse number 10.
Okay, Mataji. Verse number 10. कर्मिभ्यः परितो हरेः प्रियतया व्याक्तिं ययुर्ज्ञानिनस्तेभ्यो ज्ञानविमुक्तभक्तिपरमाः प्रेमैकनिष्ठास्ततः तेभ्यस्तः पशुपालपङ्कजदृशश्चाभ्यो पिसाराधिका प्रेष्ठा तद्वदीयं तदीयसरसि tam nashrayet kah kriti. Translation: in the Shastra, it is said that all of the types of fruitive workers, he who is advanced in knowledge of the higher values of life is favored by the Supreme Lord Hari. Out of many such people who are advanced in knowledge, Jnanis, one who is practically liberated by the virtue of his knowledge, may take to devotional service. He is superior to the others. However, one who has actually attained prema, pure love of Krishna, is superior to him. The gopis are exalted above all the advanced devotees because they are always totally dependent upon Sri Krishna, the transcendental cowherd boy. Among the gopis, Srimati Radharani is the most dear to Krishna. Her Kunda lake is as profoundly dear to Lord Krishna as this is most beloved of the gopis, who then will not reside at Radha Kunda and in a spiritual body surcharged with the ecstatic devotional feelings, aprakrita bhava, rendering loving service to the divine couple Sri Sri Radha Govinda, who perform their Ashtakaliya Leela, their eternal eightfold daily pastimes. Indeed, those who execute devotional service on the bank of Sri Sri Radha Kunda are the most fortunate people in the entire universe. Hare Krishna Mataji.
Hare Krishna. Okay. Yeah. Anyway, I'll just go through the Veda base. It's better. Because that text 11 is somehow not there. But yes, we should know that text 11 is also important because it's about Radha Kund, about Srimati Radharani. Okay, before that, in 10th verse, Prabhupada says, there's one statement, he says, Yada Radha Priyam Vishnu Tasya Kundam Priyam Tata Sarvago Vishya Sarvaika Vishnu Atyanta Vallava Yada Radha Priyam Vishnu Tasya Kundam Priyam Tata. How is Radharani dear to Krishna? Similarly, Radha Kund is also very, very dear to Krishna. Okay. So Radha Kund was formed how? How was Radha Kund formed? Who knows?
Mataji, tears of Radharani.
Not exactly. Yes, Manasa. Yes, Sridevi Mataji.
When Krishna killed that bull demon,
Yeah, that was
Radharani told Krishna to go and take dip in each and every rivers. So
Yes.
Krishna created one hole and invited all river into that, and that's called Radha Kund. And then similarly, Radha did the same thing, and that's called Krishna.
No, that was Shyama Kund.
Shyama Kund.
What Krishna made was Shyama Kund. And
Yeah.
then finally Radharani, with her bangles, broken bangles, she also, because since Krishna killed Arishtasur, it's a bull, Radharani and all the Sakhis started teasing Krishna. Are you have done Go Hatya now. Whatever it is, it's a demon also. So now you have to take bath in all the 7 rivers. Krishna is like, I can't go everywhere. So Krishna with his flute made a small pond. Okay, and that was Shyama Kund because he made it. It's Shyama Kund. And he invited all the rivers. Ganga Cheva, Yamuna Cheva, Godavari, Saraswati, Narmada, Sindhu, Kaveri. All of them came. And then after that, Krishna said, okay, now he took a dip and he's like, my papa is gone. Now you have supported Arishtasura. So where will you destroy your papa? So again, Radharani with the broken bangles, Lalita, Vishaka, all of them. Next to that, they made a kunta. But they tried to take water from Manasi Ganga, but they were not able to fill it up even at night. And Krishna, by his mercy, told all the rivers to go there. That became Radha Kund. That's favorite of Krishna. It says Krishna take a dip in Radha Kund every day. And it's not different from, so even if you go to Govardhan Parikrama, you can see when you go, there will be like Radha Kund, Shyam Kund, a small border that separates them. No, that is almost same. And you can see the color of the water. So once I was so fortunate to be on their day of appearance of Radha Kund in there. And at evening, so nice to see all the steps of Radha Kund was full of diyas. At least thousands of diyas, devotees come and they were like lighting it, and Maha Aarti went on for Radha Kund because it's not different from Radharani. That's why Prabhupada said we should not step inside Radha Kund or take a dip there. But yes, devotees do their dip and they say once in a while in a year, that is on the day of appearance on Bahulashtami, they are allowed but to take a dip. But why we don't take is, see, nothing wrong in taking a dip. If you take a dip, it says you get Krishna Prema. But before taking a dip, we should know whether we deserve it. No, first deserve, then desire. So we don't know whether we deserve. So when we step with our leg on Radhakund, it's like we are stepping on Radharani. So Prabhupada said, we are not in that stage to accept that prema or bhava stage. Like, for example, given is a iron rod, which is red hot. Can a bird go and pick it up because the beak will get burned? So similarly, we are not yet into that stage to get that prema. You take a dip in Radhakund and you come as if here we could take a dip in any other river. We don't experience any difference. But pure devotees, when they take dip in Radhakund, they actually get that prema or bhava because they're already in that stage. They are able to accept. That's why Prabhupada said we should not take a dip in Radhakund. We can just do some achaman or take that water and drink it or just do achaman instead of stepping into it. Okay. So this is the 11th word. So, yes, Manasi Mataji, can you chant?
Yes, Mataji. कृष्णस्योच्चैः प्रणयवसतिः प्रेयसीभ्योऽपि राधा कुण्डं चास्य मुनिभिरभीतस्दादृगेव व्यधायि यत्प्रेष्ठैरपिलम् असुलभं किं पुनर्भक्तिभाजां तत्प्रेमेदमसकृदः अपि सारः स्नातुरविष्करोति.
Yeah. So in the 11th verse, it is said that of many objects of favor, delight, and of all the lovable damsels of Brajbhumi, Srimati Radharani is certainly the most treasured object of Krishna's love. And in every respect, her divine Kunda is described by the great sages as similarly dear to her. Right? Undoubtedly, Radha Kunda is very, very rarely attained, even by great devotees. Therefore, it's even more difficult for ordinary devotees to attain. If one simply bathe once within the holy waters, one's pure love for Krishna is fully aroused. This is what I said. So if you take a dip in the Radha Kund, we should know whether we already are in prema stage. Only when you are in pure love, then when you take a dip, it will be fully aroused. At least half it should be there. At least we should reach the bhava prema stage before taking a dip. That's what Prabhupada meant. We should not misunderstand what a great Acharya said because we are not qualified for that. Prabhupada told us not to get into it. Okay. And you see some of them, they just take a bath just as if they went to a picnic spot or something. They don't really go with devotion to Radha Kund. That's why Prabhupada said, because when people do that, when devotees do that, what will the image, what the youngsters have, no? They also feel like, oh, it's just a water place to play, no? Radha Kund is not like that. So we should be very careful not to do any offense to Radha Kund. So why is Radha Kund so exalted? Because it belongs to Radharani, or it is Radharani herself, right? So that's why it is very dear to Krishna. So Krishna's love for Radha Kund and Srimati Radharani is same. So that means Radha Kund is same as Krishna. So in spiritual world, we have Mathura because where Krishna appeared, and then Mathura, Vrindavan, because Krishna spent most of the time in Vrindavan. In Vrindavan, Govardhan is the highest because most of the time Krishna will be in Govardhan and was personally touched by Krishna, lifted by Krishna for 7 days, 7 nights. And in Govardhan, Radha. Why Radhagan? Because it is personally made by Radharani, and also since Radharani is very dear to Krishna, again her Kunda is also dear to Krishna. Now, Srimati Radharani is not different from Krishna himself. Why? Because it's just if same soul, different body. Just for a pastime purpose, Krishna expanded to the female version. That's it. So there's not, we should not doubt about Radharani's existence, or we should be, as Gaudiya Vaishnavas, understand Radharani's position, right? Who Radharani is. She's the Hladini Shakti of Krishna. And Radharani expands to Lalita Vishaga. It's all for the pastime purpose. And he said, once you take a dip in Radhakund, then pure love for Krishna awakens. And once take a bath in Radhakund, all this pure love is awakened. So Sri Rupa Goswami also recommend that if we cannot live permanently amongst of Radhakund, he at least take a bath in the lake as many times as possible. But here Prabhupada comments on us that we should stay away, and also since it's okay if you take bath, but we should be in that bhav and not just take it as a picnic spot. The most important item is in the execution of devotional service is like that. So Bhaktivinoda Thakur also says that Radhakund is the most select place for those who are interested in advancing devotional service. How many of you saw Raghunath Das Goswami's Samadhi in Radhakund? Those who went there? Did anyone see Raghunath Das Goswami's Samadhi? Only Shridevi Mataji saw. Okay, Nirguna, Yashoda, Mata, Shubhamai. 4 of them. So that's you have to go when you go for Radhakund Parikrama. You have to climb some steps and go. That's a Raghunath Das Goswami Samadhi. Raghunath Das Goswami left everything and went to the banks of Radhakund and was sitting there and always doing kirtan. So even if now you go, there'll be 24 hours kirtan going on. So many Babajis will be sitting there around Raghunath Das Goswami Samadhi. It's a very nice Samadhi, small Samadhi they have made. You have to take Parikrama and go. A beautiful Samadhi. And there 24 hours kirtan happens. So because Raghunath Das Goswami was that in mad mood that he went. So how was Radhakund and Shyamkund discovered? How was it discovered? It was in Kali Yuga, it was all gone. Radhakund, Shyamkund was created in Dwapar Yuga, no? Like when Krishna did the pastime. Now in Kali Yuga, everything was gone. Then what happened?
By
How did-
6 Goswamis, Mataji.
the Goswami. So because when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu went to in Vrindavan for Parikrama, what did he see there?
Fields?
It's a bit of water.
Fields.
Field. This was a paddy field, okay? So when he went there was no Radhakund Shyamkund. But Mahaprabhu is Krishna himself, no? In the mood of Radharani. So he knows. So when Mahaprabhu went to Vrindavan, when he reached near that place where Radhakund and Shyamkund was there, it was all paddy field and some kind of field, paddy, the field area. So he went and sat there and meditated and he could understand because he's Krishna. He was in ecstatic stage that he could understand this is Radhakund Shyamkund. But it was already covered up. Because in Kali Yuga, people cannot really understand all these pastime places. Vrindavan was hidden actually. Because Mahaprabhu could not directly do it. So he sent the Goswamis, Rupa Goswami, Sanatana Goswami to Vrindavan, all the Goswamis, they came. And when they do Parikrama, he told, you have to excavate the pastime places of Radha and Krishna. So the Goswamis used to go and sit near that paddy field and meditate. Because in Krishna, Radha Krishna Leela, Goswamis are there, the Manjaris are already there, no? So they already know. So they understood, yes, this is Radhakund Shyamkund, and Rupa Goswami, Sanatana Goswami, with the help of Brajavasis, tried to dig that place and they saw this beautiful Radhakund and Shyamkund, okay, that area. And on Bahulashtami, this is a day where they clean Radhakund. They take all the dust and everything in from inside, and there'll be that clay or that mud from Radhakund that's made into a tilak. They put this black tilak with that. But Prabhupada never encouraged us for all that. First, we should be qualified to put like that. Radharani on our forehead. So we put normal chandan, and that day the devotees are allowed to take that dust from that Radhakund. You can also carry water from Radhakund and do achaman or use for your Nitya Abhisheka. So this place is very, very special. And this Goswamis is the one who actually excavated that lost places. And it was Prabhupada who gave this Vrindavan Dham to us. Before that, Vrindavan was, okay, some Gaudiya Vaishnavas used to go. But when ISKCON came into being, it was Prabhupada who actually took the whole world to Vrindavan, right? The whole western place. Even now, if you go to Vrindavan, they say Angresi Mandir for ISKCON Vrindavan, because all foreigners go there and they say that the autowalas, rickshawalas say that, because Prabhupada is the one who actually gave Vrindavan to us. Otherwise, till then, Vrindavan, the Dham doesn't reveal to us. Like Damanishra Prabhu was saying, 30 years he was in Delhi, and once he didn't go to Vrindavan. 30. If 30 years we were in Vrindavan, how long we would have gone? But Prabhu was like, he was not in Krishna consciousness at that time. So he's like, when Prabhupada came to my life, or Guru Maharaj came, and that time he revealed the Dham. Then only we'll be able to understand about the Dham. Till then, Dham doesn't reveal to us. So similarly, Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavata might be there in your house, but it won't reveal to you unless a devotee gives the mercy. Okay, so here it is said that we should actually take shelter of Radhakund and serve there. Okay, so this is what Raghunath Das Goswami say, but we won't be able to do that because ordinary devotees, we should take care of offenses. Okay, we should not be like that. So here it is said that by serving Radhakund, one get the opportunity to become an assistant of Radharani under the eternal guidance of gopis. Okay, this is the glories of Radhakund. So Radhakund is very, very special. So Prabhupada says, always take care not to do any offense to the Radhakund. So here in the 11th verse, it is said about how Radhakund is very special to Krishna. Okay, so if one simply takes bath in Radhakund, what happens? Our pure love for Krishna becomes fully erosion. Okay. And the great sages like Narad Muni and Sanaka did not get an opportunity to come to Radhakund to take their bath. What about normal people like us? It is said here. So even Narad Muni could not come to take a bath in Radhakund. So it is said that we should be very careful when you go to the dham. That's why Prabhupada says go to the dham only for 3 or 4 days and come back, because we might tend to do any offense to the dham. And in Vrindavan especially, you chant 1 round equal to 1,000 rounds. You do 1 offense equal to 1,000 offense. But in Mayapur is different, no? Because it's Audharya Dham. It doesn't take any offense. So here it is said, Bhakti Siddhanta says it takes Narada and Sanaka did not get an opportunity to come to Radhakund and take bath. Not to speak about ordinary devotees like us. But yes, because of Prabhupada's mercy, we were able to go at least. So all of you, those who have not gone once in your life, at least once in your life. We don't know next life where we are, what we are and all. But at least this life, once, that should be a desire. Have intense desire. But to go to Vrindavan, it's not easy. It's not just getting a ticket to go to Vrindavan. Now, what should we need to go to Vrindavan really?
Mercy of Tulsi Maharani.
Vaishnavas.
Mercy of Vaishnavas, then?
Tulsi Maharani.
Yes, Tulsi Maharani, right? Tulsi Maharani, Radharani should sanction Tulsi Maharani. So you should every day worship Tulsi Maharani. Tulsi Maharani is the one who actually sanctions, because she is the one, Radharani of Vrindavan Devi. Vrindavan Devi is actually Vrindavana, right? It belongs to her, Vrindavan Devi. And Vrindavaneshwari is Radharani again. So both of them, they have to sanction. It's Vrinda Devi who actually sees who enters the dham, who goes to the dham, come out of the dham. It's not just getting a ticket to Vrindavan. So we should definitely pray to Vrinda Devi, and then we'll be able to go back to Vrindakund. Yes, that means Vrindavan. Yes, Jyoti Mataji. There's something called Vrindavan Ashtaka.
Mataji, I wanted to ask that can't we take the whole world as Vrindavana?
Yeah,
Because
that's what Prabhupada gave.
Abides everywhere.
Yeah, Prabhupada gave Vrindavan to all of us. Yes, that's what I said. We did not have to go there. But at least once to visit the dham, I meant. In the sense, not to go and stay there. At least to see the different pastime places where Krishna was there, no? Krishna was there 5,000 years ago, there, that particular place. Vrindavan is basically to energize us, boost us for our devotional service. Once in a while going there to get energy from the dham. So then nobody has to go to the dham. No, not like that. Once in a while you have to go to the dham, not like live in the dham or be in the dham. No, we don't mean that. What we meant is at least once, just go and see. When you just that experience, we can't share. That experience has to be personally experienced. Just going and seeing Yamuna, how beautiful it is, how Krishna lifted Govardhan. Just go touch Govardhan and see Govardhan and do parikrama. It's very special, Vrajdham. See, go and see that Gokul Dham where Krishna was bound to that motor. With the Ulug Bandhan Leela, that's still there. Those places are still preserved. So just to go and see, and then you get the energy, or spiritually you get the boost for that. Otherwise, yes, as Mahaprabhu said, Advaita Acharya said, wherever you are, that's Vrindavan. And a pure devotee have Vrindavan in his heart. Prabhupada gave Vrindavan all over the world. Wherever Krishna's name is chanted, even your house is a Vrindavan, if it is fully Krishna conscious. So definitely Vrindavan is there, but it's a consciousness. Vrindavan is not just a place in this material world, it's spiritual. But once in a while, devotees as sadhakas, we're supposed to go there and take that energy, which pure devotees, we will go to the dham, not just for a picnic, to hear from a devotee, a pure devotee. In Vrindavan Ashtaka, this is Ashtaka by Sri Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur, Gangeya Champeya. So this, here it says, no? Vrindashtakam ya shrunayet padetva Vrindavanadisha patapcha vrinda Saprapya Vrindavana nityavasam Tat prema sevam lapate kritatat. Whoever hears or recites these 8 prayers in glorification to Sri Vrinda Devi become just like a bumblebee. It's always anxious to taste the sweet nectarian love of the divine couple, Lords of Vrindavan. Such a person attains eternal residence in Vrindavan. Having finally achieved the supreme goal of life, one thus remains situated in the ecstatic loving service of the divine couple of Shri Shri Radha Madhav. So it is said, those who hear or recite this Vrindavan Ashtaka, definitely you will get a eternal residence in Vrindavan. So it's very, very special, this Vrindavan Ashtaka. We sing during we sing during the Tulsi Maharani, that Shalagram Tulsi Vivaha and all that days where
Mataji, we can't hear.
Hare Krishna. Not able to hear me.
We could hear Mataji.
We
We
can
can hear you,
I
Mataji.
can hear you.
We can hear Mataji.
Yeah, might be your settings some problem. So once we were in Vrindagund, there's a place called Vrindagund in Vrindavan where Tulsi Maharani is there. Have you all gone? You've seen the Vrinda
Yes,
Devi
Mataji. Yes,
deity in
Mataji.
Vrindagund? Very
Yes,
beautiful.
Mataji.
And that's a
Beautiful.
place where thousands of parrots come. Thousands of parrots come and be there. So, and Vrindakund. So, this is that place. This is the deity of Vrindakund. Okay, this is Vrinda Devi. She's having a parrot in her hand, if you can see. This is Vrindakund. It's in the middle of a kunda. And this is Srimati Tulsi Maharani there in her hand. And we were there for Tulsi Shalagram Vivah, and Tulsi Maharani was brought there to marry Shalagram. So you can see a small bird, Shuka Shari will be there with her to arrange the pastimes of Krishna. She arranges the pastimes in, she decides where, which pastime will happen of Radha Krishna in Vrindavan. So these are the 8 prayers of glorifying Vrinda Devi. Okay, if you sing this, definitely it is there said that we definitely go back to Vrinda Devi or Vrindavan. So I thought I'll take all of you all along. So when you all are going, I can also get one entry, no, to Vrindavan. So we can all just go and come for 2 minutes, okay? Gange achambe atade tvinindi rochi pravaha snapitatma vrinde bandhu gabandho dvidide vyavasi vrinde namaste charanara vindam bimbadarodhi paramandahasya nasagramukta dviditi pitase vijitra ratnam varana shriyave vrinde namaste charanarvindam samasta vaikunta shiromano shri krishnasya vrindavana dhanyadhamni dattadikari vrishabhanuputrya vrinde namaste charanarvindam त्वदाज्ञया पल्लव पुष्पवृन्द मृगादिभिर्माधव केलिकुञ्ज मद्यादिभिर्पान्दिविभूषमाना वृन्दे नमस्ते चरणारविन्दम् त्वदीयदूत्वेन निकुञ्जयोनो अत्वत्कयो केलिविलाससिद्धि तत्सौभगं केन निरचेत्यतां तत् वृन्दे नमस्ते चरणारविन्दम् रासाविलासो वसतिं च वृन्द वानेरदीशाङ्घ्रिसरोज सेवा लभ्यां च पुंसा कृपया तवैव वृन्दे नमस्ते चरणारविन्दम् त्वं कीर्त्यसि सा त्वदतन्द्रविद्भित् लीलाभिधाना किल कृष्णशक्ति तवैव मूर्ति तुलसी विलोके वृन्दे नमस्ते चरणारविन्दम् भक्त्या विलीना पुरादिलक्षे क्षिप्ताश्च कामादितरङ्गमध्ये कृपामयि त्वं शरणं वृन्दे नमस्ते चरणारविन्दम् वृन्दाष्टकं या शृणुयेत् पठेत् वा वृन्दावनाधीश पदाब्ज भृङ्गा सप्राप्य वृन्दावननेत्यवासं तत्प्रेम सेवं लभते कृतः. So this is about Vrindashtaka. It says that even if you go to ISKCON Vrindavan, there's a small place where they have Tulsi Maharani. In that, this prayers is put. So they sing every day so that they get eternally the pastime in Vrindavan. Okay, that's about Vrinda Devi. So this about Radhakund. So I think we finished with the nectar of instruction here. Okay, so we'll see. Okay, we'll take the breakout room question. I hope all of you marked the attendance sheet. Yes. So how come room number 1 had only 2 devotees?
We had 5, Mataji.
I can see only, oh yeah, later on many joined. Okay. So room number 1, yes. How did coming to Krishna consciousness, the bhava roga of jaundice, be cured, like individually as well as for your preaching purpose? So yes, who's going to speak from room number 1?
Hare Krishna Mataji. we understood the question as how the chanting has improved our lives after coming to
Yes, yes.
Krishna
Same.
consciousness.
Hmm.
So, so first, Prafulla Mataji shared that the quality of chanting has greatly improved now. Like she can feel that there is a great improvement in chanting, and that it has become so much a part of our lives that in the morning, if we miss the chanting, we feel something really is missing. So it's become such an integral part now. Supriti Mataji shared that chanting gives a lot of confidence, and it helps to remove all unnecessary thoughts and helps in concentration a lot. And Gunashri Mataji has shared that the whole day goes without any disturbance, and it keeps us very calm and cool and composed, and nothing that happens in the material world disturbs if we chant in the morning. And fear was there earlier, like when she enjoyed, she used to feel some sort of a fear, but all that has disappeared now with the chanting. And both Gunashri Mataji and myself, we felt that now when we talk to some material people and they're just talking something which we know is not relevant, we can just mentally just go into chanting. So the whole day kind of we can chant anytime, whether in a meeting or we are waiting, or there's nothing called boredom. We can chant anytime. So huge transformation in our lives have happened. And for the ISKCON movement, the chanting is like the most important thing. Everybody, there are so many lectures related to japa and so much to support the japa and chanting and sankirtan. It's basically sankirtan movement and Kali Yuga. This is the Yuga Dharma also. And Gunashri Mataji was sharing that if you go to Mayapur, you can see how, irrespective of caste, creed, and nationality, chanting brings like everyone together. So that's what we all shared, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Yes, room number 2.
Hare Krishna Mataji, Pranam. Mata Hemu Mataji said that her tolerance and patience has improved a lot. She has become very patient, and that type of arguments totally has stopped. And Jyotishwari Mataji said that wherever she goes, whomsoever she meets, they only talk about prasadam or going to the temple, seva, etc. They talk about that. Nothing else, no prajalpa at all takes place. And Sudha Mataji also said lot of patience, and that I did it, why, those kind of arguments have totally stopped. And Gurunath Prabhu said that he gets up at 4 o'clock. First thing he has to complete it chanting. Unless and until he finishes chanting, he doesn't get into daily activity at all. And Lipsa Mataji said that her daughter actually attended 18 days Bhagavad Gita course. So she started, like with one round, though she chants only one round now, but Lipsa Mataji got with her and she has started chanting now 16 rounds, and her daughter is also slowly and gradually increasing the rounds. For me, Mataji, I feel that as Namnishta Prabhu said in that 1 or 2 days class before, that Titikshva Karunika Suhrida Sarvabhutana Majata Shatrutva, I know slowly and gradually these kind of, sadhava sadhubhushana, those qualities are setting in Mataji. Humility and Cheto Darpana Marjanam. You don't feel like arguing with anybody. If somebody says wrong also, why I do have to correct them? I am not in charge by correcting others. Those kind of. And another beautiful thing is Mataji. And morning I can sit in one place, finish all 16 rounds, then only I can get up. Of course, mind waves around, that is different, Mataji. But at least I'm able to sit in one place till I finish the chanting. After that only, nothing. That once it sit for chanting till 16 round, no other thought comes in my mind at all to get up, Mataji. Though the mind wavers. Hare Krishna. Thank you, Mataji.
Hare Krishna. So one guru says that only after 16 rounds we should have breakfast, or some devotees say they don't even drink water unless they finish 16 rounds. These are all nishta, so much. We may not be like that, or we cannot follow that, but at least get inspiration from them. Yes, from tomorrow at least let me complete 16 and then get into my daily work, or some kind of sacrifice of the sleep, something we can do so that we come to that nishta stage. Yes, that's nice. Room number 3.
Hare Krishna Mataji. So from our room, Dipali Mataji and Sri Devi Mataji, they have basically mentioned that their transformation after doing Maha Mantra is they have completely changed their food habits. Their social media is absolutely nil. No TV, no social media. That unnecessary pajalpa is gone off. No material friends and no gossiping. Only Krishna Katha scriptural reading is happening, and the scripture the mind is not aggressive at all. Yes, just like the previous two Matajis mentioned, if a person is arguing, we do not involve ourselves into argument, because even that 2 minutes of argument, 5 minutes of argument and tension after that, we are wasting our time basically in not doing Maha Mantra. Might as well just, okay, whatever you want to argue, just go ahead and then let me resume my Maha Mantra. This is the mental status right now. And the transformation is basically the biggest part about this detachment from the world is now everybody seems to be becoming a prasaditarian, not a sattvic person, not a vegetarian, but yes, a prasaditarian. Number one, this is personally for myself. They have moved out from this Kali Yuga, unnecessary blessing of Kalesha Agni, as we studied in Nectar of Devotion. They are mentally so calm and so composed that whatever the external environment, internally they are pretty composed. This is for everybody. And yes, the next part is highlighted point for our classes. Sarvanandini Mataji, because of the Maha Mantra and getting Krishna conscious, the entire family has redirected their actions, and they have put their son's education's focus in Mayapur. They have admitted him in Mayapur for the education part. And in fact, the scriptural reading has made the person become mentally, emotionally strong, reading about how the devotees have undergone in the past in our own cultural history, where they have learned through their experiences, through their pastimes. And that is what has given a lot of, confidence in the present day scenario, that if they could, undergo such severe punishments and then again go back to Krishna, there is no fall down happening for a devotee. And yes, from Namanishta Prabhu's Srimad Bhagavatam classes, now personally I can actually understand the difference between the tears that are out of ecstasy and that are out of anxiety. So just after Gopal Krishna Goswami passed away, though I was not connected, but just before he passed away, 4 days before his passing away, I got connected via WhatsApp group, and suddenly, that emotion ran into me. I didn't know I had tears in my eyes, and just very next day, Prabhu was giving this lecture on, cold tears and hot tears. So that is how the differentiation of, even the emotion and the tears came up. So, and by the way, the Maha Mantra in the group that we discussed has reached a level that it is now on autopilot mode. We don't have to force ourselves to get up in the morning to chant. We don't have to force ourselves to chant anytime during the day. It is on autopilot with or without the beats. Like for personally myself, while I am a light sleeper, I am normally 80% asleep and 20% awake. And what happens when I am a little awake, which is the 20% part, I see my hands are basically in the mudra mode, where I'm holding my bead and my index finger is out on the bead bag, and I am actually chanting in my sleep also. I started with only one round with support of Srila Prabhupada's video on YouTube, doing one round quickly. And that time it was such a struggle in 2021. And now I have raised myself to the bar of 32 rounds, as much as possible as I can. And now Nirjala is coming. That is the time I try to cross the barrier to reach 64 rounds. So this is from our class. Hare Krishna Mataji.
Hare Krishna. Thanks. Room number 4.
Hare Krishna Mataji, I will be speaking from
Rajas.
number 4.
Yes. Yes.
So Mataji, we all discussed, and we discussed on chanting and Krishna Katha. So we basically realized that before we started chanting, most of us were basically more into the material thinking, and the mind used to always wander on what materially wanted to gain. But once we started chanting, the realization dawned to us, and also hearing the Krishna Katha, that finally we are not the proprietor of everything, and Krishna is there, and this what is coming to us is also through his mercy. One is that we are getting the mercy of the Lord by chanting his name, Next is the anarthas which are filled in our mind and in our heart are also slowly getting cleansed. Though we may not be perfect, but actually by chanting, slowly, these anarthas are going away. So slowly we are getting more Krishna consciousness, or we are, realizing what wrong we have been doing, and we are trying to amend ourselves by chanting. So it's a slow process, but we are in the process of gaining and developing it. As far as it goes for ISKCON, so what is there is the chanting itself is a transcendental mantra. It's not an ordinary mantra, and the sound itself generates and cleanses the atmosphere and everything which is around us. So when we chant, we are not only purifying ourselves, we are purifying the people around us, we are purifying the environment around us, we are purifying our family, the homes. So as ISKCON does the chanting, congregational chanting, in the group chanting with the association, everyone is benefiting from chanting of one another. And then Mataji, today I heard that Gopal Krishna Maharaj had said once that people say that we are being brainwashed in ISKCON. He, however, said that we were brainwashed before we were in the material world. And by chanting and following Krishna consciousness, this brainwash is being washed away, and we are going to the natural state of ourselves, which is always being in Krishna consciousness. So that's from our room, Mother.
Hare Krishna, is Prabhu. What about the next room? Room number 5.
Hare Krishna Mataji. I represent room number 5, and
Yes.
we were like Sarojini Mataji, Sarmila Mataji, and Dr. Madhurika Naik. And one Prabhuji was there because he was driving, so he couldn't contribute much, but just few lines he has given. So Mataji, as we started coming into chanting, it was like still now we are not so perfect, but the changes has been there, like in our behavior, in our food habits, in our thoughts, and in our daily life. The changes is there. And then like how we would behave earlier and now it's very, there's a vast difference. And after chanting Mataji, what happened is we don't face monetary problems. Yes, we feel much, we are much more satisfied with whatever we have. We have lesser desires. So and whatever problem comes through chanting, it is that it's helping us in our daily life that we overcome these obstacles easily. And Mataji, like whenever there is some kind of fear, chant that moment promptly we go into chanting, and even we overcome the fear of death. Like we understand now, and after chanting, after hearing all the lectures and all, now we come to know that everything what happens to us is due to karma. So and then we go into more of chanting, and whenever we are out of our sadhana area, when we are with the mundane other peoples and all, what we do is we don't want to gossip, and we also always take our bags with us. Practically I do that whenever I have to wait in line and all. That is what I lose my books, because sometimes I forget to close the bag somewhere and I leave it like that and enter the office rooms. Someone takes the bag, or someone, they have taken my few notes and books. So so we have become more into how do we relate with ISKCON is the main thing in ISKCON. It helps us to be together is only because of chanting, Mataji, because we see that wherever we go, the first thing how we see each other is that we have a bag hanging, and we are always chanting. Though we come from different part of the world, ISKCON's main backbone is chanting, Mataji. I feel that, and others, what whoever have said the points maybe are, and Mataji, due to chanting, we're so much engrossed into that we never watch television. Yes, we are not watching any videos. We are not going to cinema. So all these material enjoyments have now put we have put everything inside the bag of chanting bags. Yes, we are always chanting, and we find much better satisfaction and happiness in chanting. So this is all, Mataji. Hare Krishna Mataji. Thank you.
Hare Krishna. What about the last room? Room number 6. 7. Oh, 6 didn't say, na? Anita Mataji, Jyoti Mataji, Gayatri Mataji, Lavanya Mataji, Yashoda.
Hare Krishna
Sita.
Mataji.
Yes, Lavanya Mataji.
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Hare Krishna.
We discussed some of the devotees shared some points. Like I don't remember the name. Jyoti Mataji told whenever after coming to Krishna consciousness, she came to know about the difference between karma kanda and the devotional service, and also whenever before Krishna consciousness, she is able to identify that she was in ignorance, and whenever she sees a person who is in a similar situation, she is able to she is so feeling that her situation also, and she is able to know the importance of Krishna consciousness, and also she don't want now she is not wasting any time, because whenever it is and after coming to Krishna consciousness, we are able to identify that we are not the body and we are the spirit soul. So the time is there is no much time, like we don't know when our when we have to leave our body. So the most now we are giving importance to the Maha Mantra, chanting of the holy name. So, and also other devotees shared that one of the Mataji has a short temper issue before coming to Krishna consciousness, and expecting so much from others, and after coming to Krishna consciousness, after reading Bhagavad Gita, now his anger, this short temper issue has been she is not at all getting the short temper issues, and she is not expecting from any other people, because now we know that we are belonging to Krishna, all others are part and parcel of Krishna. And and also when Mataji told about the demigod worship, before Krishna consciousness we are into all those demigod worship, all kind of we are going to all kind of temples. One after Krishna consciousness, we came to know that Krishna is the supreme personality of God, and all others are the devotees of Krishna and servants of Krishna. So and also importance of Maha Mantra. After coming to Krishna consciousness, we are able to do know the power of Maha Mantra, and we are able to know about Srila Prabhupada. For me, before Krishna consciousness, I am most into the dominating character. Like I have so much anger issues. After coming to Krishna consciousness, while reading Bhagavad Gita, like before I know about ISKCON, while reading Bhagavad Gita, almost I am able to figure out the things, and I'm able to know that Krishna is the supreme personality of Godhead and he is the controller. So we can't control anything. So, and also the chanting helps a lot. And and also ISKCON means Prabhupada, Srila Prabhupada. Always whenever as a Kanishta Adhikaris, our mind keeps on distracting. So always whenever the mind distracts, the first face comes in our mind is Srila Prabhupada and Guru Maharaj and Radha Govinda. All these things it is really different from before Krishna consciousness. Hare Krishna Mataji, these are my points.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you.
Yes, Mataji. The last room. Room number 7. Neeraja Mataji, Shraddha Mataji, Smita Mataji.
Yes, Mataji. Hare Krishna, Mataji.
Hare Krishna.
Mataji, everyone in the group gave their points, Mataji. See, first one, I would like to start with, like earlier, we used to take distress to the next level. But now we have become calm by chanting daily and take things lightly and depend on Krishna for the consequences. And now the members of our family who are the passive listeners are also benefited while we chant and while we recite shlokas and everything. Like they are the Kripa Siddhas, and even they have started to chant at least 4 to 5 rounds now. And now we have the conscious of not eating the food outside. So before we used to have the intention and taste for having food outside, but now absolutely no, we don't feel like eating anything outside, and that too without offering to Krishna at home also we don't feel like eating anything, and we are addicted to only eat the prasadam. And now we are making a point to stick on to our morning sadhana. So though sometimes it's very difficult to follow due to health issues and other reasons, but still we make up our mind to wake up early in the morning and see that we don't miss the Mangalarti, morning Mangalarti and the deity worship especially during the Brahma Muhurta, and after that chanting, then attending Bhagavatam classes and reading Prabhupada books and doing a little bit of kirtans at home and preparing both for Krishna. So before and all, we were not aware of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, who actually gave us the Harinama to deliver fallen souls like us, and also many other pure devotees and acharyas, and we are trying to follow in their footsteps, but not surely to imitate them. We are not going to imitate them, but we'll try to, as far as possible, learn from their path, from their lives, and follow their footsteps. And one of the devotees in the group, Mataji, was wanted to quit Krishna consciousness, but because of the encouragement and the strength given by the association of devotees, she didn't quit, and now she has come to the level of Bhakti Shastri, and she's really doing very well. And now we are trying to avoid non-devotees also. We don't feel like mixing with them, and materialistic people also. We almost try to avoid them, and always feel that like associating only with the devotees. And we feel that when we'll go to the temple to have personal association with them. And now, after coming to Krishna consciousness and serving for some times in the temple, I have developed the attitude of serving in the temple, whatever service it is, no problem. We feel like serving in the temples and having prasadam in the temple, and have association with the devotees, and feel like talking and exchanging our views, and whatever problem is there, we feel like discussing with them, and they really encourage us and make us to go further. They will not discourage us. Like in the materialistic people, they give us the reverse answers. They'll mislead us. But here, as a devotee, no one will mislead us. They're really encouraging us to go further in our spiritual path. Hare Krishna, Mataji.
Hare Krishna. Yeah, I'm so happy. Like, I think Supriti Mataji also agrees that many of you are attending Bhagavatam class, right? Regularly, every day. All of you, I meet all of you every day. That's very nice, actually. Because this is once a week or twice a week we meet. But in Bhagavatam class, like it's like every day. So that is actually helping all of you. It will help all of you. Now you won't realize, but after some time, in a long term, you'll realize that it's helping you every day. To get a taste in Bhagavatam, that will also help you to get a taste in Bhagavatam so that you feel more. Okay, so yeah, I'll share the open book assessment question for NOI. You take your time to get ready for the exam. I'm not rushing. There's no point in rushing and putting devotees in stress. One Mataji said her BP goes up when she hears about exam. I don't want to create any disturbance, any devotee becomes Vaishnava again. So whenever you're ready, let me know for NOI exam. Before that, we'll give the open book. If you need revision, we'll go like that for next class, or else we can start Isha Parishad, okay? Okay, anything to add? Or any devotee want to add anything, or we can stop here?
Mataji, I have a question.
Yes.
Mataji, now this question is related. Like now there are devotees who are continuously chanting on their beads. Now, what do a person do if a devotee, passes away? What does the family do with the beads, with the chanting bag?
Yeah. No, either they can take over, because was chanting bag given by Diksha Guru, right? If at all it's given by Diksha Guru, we can't just discard it. So someone else can use it. That's not a problem. Or else you discard it in a flowing river. like when the DPs break or some. No, that's what normally we do, so that nobody steps on it or nobody. No, it's in a flowing river, like on a flowing water body. We discard it. So, but or else we keep that in the altar because it's been used. You know, the Goswami's beads are all there near the Samadhi in Vrindavan. It's still there. So they don't destroy it or else someone else can use in the family. That's not a problem. Instead of discarding it. Because it's been given by Guru, right? So, Guru. Okay.
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Hare Krishna, anything else to add?
Thank you so much, Mataji, for all your
Hare
sacrifice.
Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you,
Hare
Mataji.
Krishna.
Hare Krishna Mataji. Mataji, do we have the closed book,
Hare Krishna.
the questionnaire for NOI, Mataji? Can we please
I
share?
didn't share it. It's shared, no? Question bank. Why not?
shared, Mataji.
Question and share again.
It's there,
Mataji,
it's
please
there.
share it in
Mataji's,
WhatsApp, no?
We'll share one form. Yes, Supriti
Okay,
Mataji.
thanks.
Mataji, I have a question. Like after
Ah.
initiation, do we get a certificate, Mataji? No, I'm asking. I'm
No,
sorry.
initiation we don't get. The Bhakti Shastri certificate you have, that can be forwarded through the temple for your second initiation. So for
Oh.
initiation, we don't have a certificate
Some
as such.
duration that doesn't matter, Mataji.
Huh?
Duration like
Duration
after
1 year, minimum 1 year.
minimum 1.
For what? Bhakti Shastri or second initiation?
Yes, Mataji.
After taking first initiation, at least 1 year should be over
1 year.
for second, to apply for second. And Bhakti Shastri certificate should be there. And it's better go through the same temple where you took first initiation so that they have all your paperworks and all. Na? And second initiation,
Fine.
there is like, before you wrote 18 questions, no? Now we have 50, 50.
Oh,
50 philosophical
that is
questions.
6 months
Then,
work.
then interview is going to be very tough. They'll ask you Bhagavatam in and out, second and third canto. So prepare so well. It's very Brahmanic. And the temple should recommend. So that is one thing. So yes, initiation, because see, JPS and all, we have a database. All over ISKCON, we have a database. You type your name, everything comes around you. If you
Oh.
got Bhakti Shastri certificate, did you do IDC, your husband's name, everything comes. So they have a database where your profession, everything is there. So they already will come to know, like you have taken initiation, which day, everything, which place. They're maintaining the JPS e-care. You didn't get a call. You might get a call. They keep checking like what is your status. And after getting Bhakti Shastri certificate, everything will be mentioned in that database, what you're
Oh.
doing and everything. So yeah, they're maintaining it now on the process. So they'll know like from which temple you're applying and all. So Prabhu decides like for now we are given Brahmanic only for temple devotees who are doing service in the temple. But yes, chances are there that many can get second initiation because but then if now because of Guru Maharaj's health, I request all of you to please chant extra rounds for him. And also there's Dhanvantari mantra like Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Dhanvantara Murte Amrita Kalasha Hastaya Sarvamaya Vinashanaya Triloganataya Sri Mahavishnuve Namah. So even this and Narasimha Kavach, because Guru Maharaj's health is not good. So if we have to get second initiation, I still remember one friend went to Vrindavan. She could not get second initiation because Guru Maharaj couldn't come there, no, for Brahmanic. First initiation they got, 600 of them got in Vrindavan, but Brahmanic they didn't get. They all had to come back. So it really requires mercy and peace. So
Very true, Mataji. Like I have seen so many Prabhujis, Matajis who are still waiting for so long time.
yeah, even I know me.
Very
I
lucky.
don't have any qualification, but I don't know how I got it, but it's
Yes, Mataji.
Prabhu's
Actually, I
costless mercy.
just
Deserve it. But yeah, it's now Mr. Prabhu. I'm really what do you say?
it's
In
all
depth.
His mercy, Mataji. It's all flowing through his channel, actually. We are
Yes.
being blessed.
Because I mean, I got first initiation, second I became a preacher also because of
Yes,
him.
Mataji. Actually, through his channel, we are getting all the blessings, actually. It's like a river
Through
flowing.
you, we are getting Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Prabhu is really, Prabhu's mercy is coming from Prabhupada.
Mataji, how about this second initiation, Mataji? What is the goodness in that, Mataji?
Yeah, second initiation, we can actually do temple worship in the sense deity decoration and deity cooking for the deities. So it's basically for temple devotees. It is mentioned in the second initiation form itself. Guru Maharaj says to go back to Godhead, first initiation is enough. But if you are going to do a temple worship, or if you want to have Radha Krishna deities in your house, it's better to have a Brahmanic Gayatri initiation. That's considered to be the real initiation. So that is a complete one, the second initiation Mataji. It's basically for that temple worship, temple service. But otherwise, yes, there are devotees who take otherwise also. So it's basically recommended by the temple. So we can't go just like that. No, we have to be recommended by some authority. Okay, Mataji. Okay, everyone.
Thank you so much.
We can end here. Thank you.